Hi everyone, welcome to Impact Academy. So today let us continue with Indian Polity. Okay, Speaker and Deputy Speaker of the Lok Sabha. So Speaker presides over the Lok Sabha. Okay, the Speaker or the Deputy Speaker normally holds office during the life of the House, but his office may terminate earlier in any of the following ways. By his ceasing to be a member of the House, so the Speaker has to be the member of the House. He has to be a member of the Lok Sabha. Okay, by resignation in writing addressed to the deputy speaker and vice versa. So if the speaker wants to resign, he has to give address to the deputy speaker, and if the deputy speaker wants to resign, he has to address to the speaker. By removal from office by a resolution passed by a majority of all the then members of that particular house. Okay, so majority resolution should be passed by a majority. So a resolution to remove the speaker cannot be moved unless at least 14 days notice has been given of the intention to move the resolution. So this 14 days we also seen in case of impeachment of president, right? So while a resolution for his removal is under consideration, speaker cannot preside, but he can speak and take part in the proceedings of the house and vote except in the case of equality of votes. Uh, So, while a resolution for his removal is under consideration, he cannot preside over that particular proceeding, but he can speak and also he can vote, except in case of equality of votes. So, if there is equality of votes, then he cannot vote. At other meetings of the House, the Speaker cannot vote in the first instance. Okay, so he can only exercise a casting vote in case of equality votes. For example, if there are 20 for 20 against, then only in such a case the speaker can cast his vote. So the speaker has the final power to maintain order within the Lok Sabha and to interpret its rules of procedure. So this is also very important. So he has the final power to maintain order and interpret the rules of procedure. So in the absence of a quorum, the speaker adjourns the house or suspends the meeting until there is a quorum. That is the minimum number of attendance. So the speaker's conduct in regulating the procedure or maintaining order in the house cannot be questioned in a court. Okay, Article 122. So, Article 122. Okay, courts not to inquire into proceedings of the parliament. So, in general, if we talk about speaker, so definition of money bills, speaker's decision is final. Okay, where as the speaker decides whether it's a money bill or not, and that is final. So, Article 110 is also very important. So, speaker is Article 93. Okay, Article 93 talks about the Speaker and Deputy Speaker of the House of the People. And next, so all these things, and Chairman and Deputy Chairman of the Council of States, that is the Rajya Sabha, is 89. So when we're talking about Parliament, it is about 79, starting from 79. And 79 is Constitution of Parliament, 80 is composition of the Council of States. So basically, this is about Rajya Sabha, 80. Composition of the House of the People, that is 81 Lok Sabha. So 80, 81 are also very important. Next, sessions of parliament, prorogation, dissolution, all these things, special address by the president. Then 89 is chairman and deputy chairman of the Council of States, so Rajya Sabha. So 89 is chairman and deputy chairman, and 93. Okay, remember that 89 and 93. 93 is the speaker and deputy speaker of the House. Okay, all this salaries, everything, voting analysis, etc. And one of the important power of a speaker is he decides whether it is a money bill or not. The speaker presides over a joint sitting of the two houses of the parliament. So, if there is a joint sitting of the two houses of the parliament, okay, in such a case, the Rajya Sabha chairman does not have preside over the joint sitting. The speaker resides over the joint sitting. So, in a way, the speaker has more powers. Okay. So, when a money bill is transmitted from the Lok Sabha to the Rajya Sabha, the speaker may certify that it is a money bill. Because if he certifies as a money bill, then the Rajya Sabha will not have any powers. So the decision of the speaker on whether a bill is money bill or not is final. While the office of speaker is vacant or speaker is absent from sitting of the house, the deputy speaker presides, except when a resolution for his own removal is under consideration. Okay, so if the deputy speaker there is a resolution for his removal, then he cannot preside, but in other cases he can preside. So if you look at speaker and deputy speaker, speaker is elected by Lok Sabha from among its members. Deputy speaker is elected by Lok Sabha from among its members. So he has to be a member of the parliament. Okay. So he is guardian of power and privileges of members. Okay. He is the guardian of power and privileges of members. Deputy speaker is not subordinate to speaker. So such a question can be asked. They may say that deputy speaker is a subordinate of speaker, and it will sound logical, but it is not, as he is not a subordinate of, to the speaker. His decision in all parliamentary matters is final. He adjourns the house or suspends if there is no quorum. Okay, and exercises casting vote in case of tie, and cannot vote in first instance. So only when there is a tie he votes. He presides over the joint sitting. He decides whether the bill is money bill or ordinary bill. Article 110. Okay, and he decides disqualification of members of the grounds of defection in 10th schedule. So this is very important. Okay, the anti-defection law 10th schedule, whether a particular member can be disqualified or not, the speaker will decide. So usually what is happening is the speaker is most I mean usually from the ruling party, right? Whoever has the more majority in the house, they usually elect the speaker from their party. So if usually disqualification, okay, anti-defection, all this, I mean defection and all these things are happening, usually people from that party which has lost come to the party which is in ruling. Okay, so the speaker is also from the ruling party. So most of the cases, this anti-defection law, that's why it is not being applied regularly, because the speaker is also from the ruling party, and in most cases of defection, the members usually uh, change from the lost party or opposition party or the party which is not in power to the ruling party. So that is why that is not applied so regularly. He is chairman of Business Advisory Committee, Rules Committee, and General Purpose Committee. So he is the de facto chairman of Business Advisory Committee, Rules Committee, and General Purpose Committee. Speaker can be removed only by resolution passed by absolute majority. Okay, 14 days notice has to be given. Speaker is at a higher rank than all cabinet ministers. Okay, try to understand this. He is higher than the cabinet ministers also. So in India, speaker does not resign from the party. In Britain, speaker is a non-party person. So here, speaker is a member of the parliament. Okay, speaker of the Lok Sabha. And if it is speaker of the state assembly, he is the MLA. So deputy speaker, we have seen whenever he presides our house, he cannot vote in the first instance, not by constitutional provision, but parliamentary convention. Generally, the speaker is from the ruling party and deputy speaker is from the opposition party. Okay, there is no constitutional provision; it's just a convention. In Government of India Act 1919, provision for speaker and deputy speaker has been provided in GOI Act 1919, which is the Monetary Transport Reforms. So panel of chairperson in Lok Sabha. Rule of Lok Sabha. Speaker nominates panel of 10 members. Any one of them can preside if office of speaker and deputy speaker is absent. So if both speaker and deputy speaker is not there, then a panel of 10 members, okay, is already nominated by the speaker. So any of them can act in his place. So speaker pro tem, that is president appoints a member of a Lok Sabha as a temporary speaker, because when the new government when the new MLAs or MPs get appointed, okay, they take the oath, and even before the speaker is selected, the house has to the proceedings have to start, right? So the temporary speaker is appointed by the president. He is called as the speaker pro tem. So if you look at chairman of Rajya Sabha, so chairman and deputy chairman of the Rajya Sabha, just like how we have speaker and deputy speaker, we have chairman and deputy chairman. In the case of chairman, the vice president of India is the ex officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha and functions as the presiding officer of the house so long as he does not officiate as the president. So if the president is absent, or if there is any death or anything, so if the president is not there, then the vice president will act as president. Only in such case he will not be presiding over the Rajya Sabha, but other cases the vice president is the ex officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha. When the chairman acts as the president of India, The duties of the chairman are performed by the deputy chairman. The chairman may be removed from his office only if he is removed from the office of the vice president. So, okay, so directly you cannot remove the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. Only he can be removed as the vice president. The powers of chairman in the Rajya Sabha are similar to those of the speaker in the Lok Sabha, except that the speaker has certain special powers like certifying a money bill. Okay, so because money bill has nothing to do much with the Rajya Sabha. Okay, the powers of the money bill lie with the Lok Sabha. The Rajya Sabha does not have the deciding factor; it can just go through. So, speaker has more powers than the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. Okay, so privileges. Now let us look at. So, chairman of Rajya Sabha, the vice president of India is ex-official chairman of the Rajya Sabha. Okay, chairman can be removed from only if he is removed from the office of vice president. And chairman is not member of a house, unlike speaker. So speaker is supposed to be either an MLA or MP, but the vice president is not a MP, right? So chairman is not the member of the house. So deputy chairman also elected by Rajya Sabha along with it among its members. Okay. So removal by absolute majority. Deputy chairman is not subordinate to the chairman. Okay, there is no subordination. It's a separate office. So if you look at leader of the house under rules of Lok Sabha, Prime Minister is the leader of the house or the minister nominated by the PM. In Rajya Sabha, PM nominates ministers as leader of house. So leader of opposition. So for the first time, leader of opposition is recognized in 1969, and statutory recognition has been given in 1977 because it is mentioned in the Salary Act. So not less than 110 seats of the total seats required for the recognition as opposition. So you should not get less than 110. So that has happened in the past, right? Congress had got less than 110. So he did not get the leader of the opposition also. So leader of the opposition is equivalent to a cabinet minister. So he gets the pay, that rent-free bungalow, and also in many selections, okay, especially selecting for several important positions, leader of opposition is also part of the selection committee. So that is why at least the party which is in the opposition aims to get at least leader of opposition. Okay. So if you're talking about the whip, okay, it is not mentioned in the constitution, not in the rules also. It is not mentioned anywhere, but it is based on parliamentary convention. Every political party has its own whip. So what a whip does is, the person who is designated as whip, he gives instructions to the party members. Okay, you have to vote for so and so, you have to vote for or against, etc. Okay, so that is about speaker, deputy speaker, and chairman and deputy chairman of the Rajya Sabha.